All right, we have a great college football Saturday, and I can guarantee you there's going to be some upsets of the bigger boys today. And in a time, if you watched baseball last night, you saw a pitcher, Brett Myers for the Philadelphia Phillies, play offense, get 3 hits when he had 4 all year long, and he drove in 3 runs. So while offense is the key for the Phillies, and while offense is going to be looked at as the key in a lot of these big games in college football, it will be defense and turnovers that are going to win these games. And people say, well, it's always turnovers. Well, these offenses don't turn the ball over much in a lot of these big games and a lot of these top teams. Think about it now. Wisconsin's got Penn State. Darrell Clark and Evan Royster, the quarterback-running back combination, have been on fire all year long. Penn State, number 6. Wisconsin struggling a bit. It's going to be defense. They're going to have to shut down what has now become a potent Penn State attack. We haven't seen that in a long, long time, and they're rolling right up the poles, headed towards a BCS bowl game. Wisconsin can beat them if they're physical on defense. Take a look at Oklahoma State, Missouri. You say, how in the world are you ever going to stop Missouri? You're not. But if you can contain them, and if you can force a few turnovers and give yourself the short field, the top 20 Oklahoma State Cowboys have a chance. Even though they're on the road in Columbia, Missouri, it's going to be defense, because the Heisman Trophy winner right now comes out of the Big 12, whether it's Chase Daniel or Sam Bradford, like I mentioned earlier this week in my videos. But this bears mentioning again about these games, because we've got a great Saturday of college football. So look at that. If Missouri can be held to 35 points, maybe Oklahoma State has a chance. If they're up over 50, once again, defense didn't show up. Missouri wins that football game if that's the case. Take a look at Texas and Oklahoma. Explosive offenses, explosive quarterbacks, talent galore. Which defense can force a turnover, or which offense is going to commit an unforced error on a stupid handoff where they bobble the snap, or a quarterback center exchange, or something silly goes on where the defense comes up big, or a sack on a blitz that a quarterback missed his read, bam, ball flies in the air. That's an unforced error for this reason, because a quarterback is supposed to understand if there's a blitz. Those things happen, and somewhere along the line today they will in these games. So whatever defense, it's not the offense that plays better. I know what the offense is going to give me at Texas, Oklahoma. It's the defense that does something special. Same thing with the Florida and LSU game. You got a young quarterback for LSU. You got the veteran in Tim Tebow. It's not what offense is going to do. I know what they're going to do. It's how the defense is going to defend a guy like Tim Tebow. Are you going to be able to defend him and stop him from running the football? I keep mentioning it. If he throws for 320 yards and 2 touchdowns, but rushes for 30 yards on 15 carries, LSU is going to win the game. And it's the other side around. Young quarterback, LSU going into the swamp. But can Florida stop a good run game and a pretty balanced attack for LSU? Can their defense rear up and stop them? They couldn't do it against Ole Miss. It cost them a game. So there'll be big plays galore. What defense limits the big plays, and what defense forces a turnover that the other offense or the rest of the stadium didn't expect, those will be your winners. There will be upsets on this college football Saturday, and there'll be some big ones. And a team like Vanderbilt got to be alert for Mississippi State. You heard it here first. Now, I don't believe Vanderbilt's going to lose, but just in case, that sets up too. You never know. Emotional season for Vandy. Can they continue this great roll they're on and stay undefeated and stay in the hunt to win their SEC division? Defense will be the key. While all of us are looking at offense, when the day's over, you tell me if I'm not right. And then in Auburn, how about this? Auburn has fired Tony Franklin, their offensive coordinator, a lot of different coaching changes. I'm a big fan of Tommy Tuberville. There's so much talent there. I'd love to have that job. I mean, while I got a great gig, I'd love to have Auburn call me up and say, you want to come call our plays or be our quarterback coach. Because I'm telling you now that there's a lot of things I don't know how to do, but there's things when I watch football that I can fix. And you know what? I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but just let me do it once. Can I do it just once? Even though you might laugh at me and say, well, you weren't a starter in the NFL and you played fine and dandy, didn't have a great NFL career. I'm cool with that. I'm past that now. But well, wouldn't it be fun to call plays in the SEC? It's not easy. Trust me, it is not easy at all. But, man, I wish Auburn would call me, because I can make those quarterbacks better and make better decisions. And I'm not even an Auburn guy, but I do like Tommy Tuberville. They need some consistency at calling plays and being an offensive coach. They need some consistency. Too many athletes there. That team should be running up and down the field. Yeah, just food for thought, but the rest of it, watch defense today and see how offensive coordinators deal with defenses that are going to give them a look that they're not used to. Have a great college football Saturday. Be right back here talking NFL Sunday tomorrow.
So you think you can tackle a pro? There's only one way to find out. Click on fantasy at opensports.com.